How a secure person handles an avoidance pulling away. There are 6 important things that a secure person does that sets them up for success in their relationships with avoidance. And you can do this as well. So, the very first one is that the secure person knows exactly what they want from a relationship. They know what their negotiables are, they know what their non negotiables are. The second thing is that they communicate what they need from their partner. They set the standards. They let the avoidance know that they need this, that in a relationship. So, for example, you're a woman like myself, you probably need connection. Even if it's not 1 hour every day, you know you need at least 5 minutes every day where you guys talk, whether it's over the phone, whether he comes to see you briefly or you go to see him briefly. You know that you probably need these few moments every day where you guys connect. Or maybe you're a guy and you need commitment from the woman. You know what you need and you communicate these standards. That in order for me to continue to relate with you, in order for me to give my goodness to you, in order for me to be with you, you must meet these standards. Secure people set these standards and they do not settle. Also, when the avoidant pulls away and they're not as receptive and as responsive as they used to be, they let them know how their actions and inactions make them feel. Especially if you're in a relationship with them, they let them know in a vulnerable way, not in a needy way, but in a vulnerable way. So what does this look like? Hey, when we don't connect, I really miss you. It makes me feel neglected. Sometimes it even makes me feel anxious. Is there something we can do about this? Even 5 minutes every single day will really make me happy, make a world of a difference to me. So can we do that, please? Something like that. I'm a girl. I do not recommend you do this as a guy. But you can let her know in a manly way. I miss you. I don't know how you guys do your things, but I miss you. And I love to hear your voice. With your masculine voice, you tell her that. I love to hear your voice. I love to see your face. Just treat me a little bit, okay? It's vulnerable. You're showing the person your heart. You're showing them that they mean a lot to you, but you're not running after them. It's not needy. You're not crying. You're not chasing. You're not screaming. You're not begging. You're not fighting. No, it's from a place of strength, but it's vulnerable. Now, the third way that secure people handle avoidance pulling away is actually to let them have their space. So far as it's not too much. So far as you're not gone for days at a time or weeks, months, years. No, 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 no. No. But if they need hours at a time every day, or they need a day or two and you're good with it, it's advisable to let them be. When they go, they will come back if they love you. I'll be dropping a video soon about signs an avoidant loves you and signs an avoidant is serious about you. So kindly watch those when they come up. Anyway, so yes, they let the avoidant have their space. This is especially necessary for women to learn. Yes, if you're dating a male partner and he's secure, even if he's secure, there'll still be times when he will pull away. The reason is when they relate with us, a lot of estrogen is released into their bloodstream and they like it. But in increased quantities, it actually causes stress within them. So they need to withdraw in order to rebuild their testosterone. It's the same way testosterone within us is good, like makes us feel productive, makes us achieve the world. But then when there's too much testosterone inside of us, we need to relax. Otherwise, we'll go crazy. Like the cortisol that will be released within our bloodstream will make us go crazy. Like it will literally break us down. So it's the same way for men. When a lot of estrogen is released in their blood from all the hugging and the kissing and the cuddling and the I love yous and all those things, they need to go back and just be alone for some time as well. It's not an extended period of time, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days. It's just for a short while. Hours, sometimes a day or two. Let me know how long your man takes in the comment section. But yes, they withdraw, and when they go, they will come back. But it's especially necessary when you're dating an avoidance because they will need to withdraw once there's too much intimacy and closeness. Which brings me to the fourth thing. When your partner withdraws, it's very natural that you begin to feel anxious. Yes, even secure people feel anxious. It's a very natural thing. But they do not let the anxiety cause them to run after the person. No, they regulate their emotions themselves. They practice emotional regulation. It may look different from person to person. They may call their friend and lament and talk things over, especially if they're a woman. But even men do this, and this is fine. Or they may journal, they may take a walk, they may ground themselves in nature, whatever that looks like. You can let me know if you want me to make a video on emotional regulation. And now the next thing is that they set boundaries. This I'm so passionate about setting boundaries. I think it's especially necessary for men to learn how to set boundaries with women. Masculine men need to learn how to set boundaries with women, especially if they find themselves being more on the anxious or the fearful avoidance side, because fearful avoidance is both anxious and avoidant. But anyway, men need to learn how to set boundaries with women, because the reason I say this is that you be with a girl, you realize that this girl does not like you, she doesn't want you, she's even told you that no, we're not having anything, and then you're still running after her and running after her and running after her and no. And then you're still buying things for her and taking her places and hoping to change her mind. She said no. No means no. Set the boundary. If you say no, you don't get access to my goodness again. I'm not saying that if you go out with her in a group of friends and you want to be kind to everybody, you can't include her and be kind to her as well. I'm not saying cancel out your kindness completely. If you can see her building from where you are, you can see that the building's on fire, please go and rescue her. Please be kind. Let the general human kindness be there. But don't be giving, bending yourself backwards and twisting yourself in order to meet her needs. Don't be doing that. You're hurting yourself. The girl might still take the goodness, but she told you no. It hurts me when I see that happen. And then after that, the guy is so hurt now that when he meets the next woman, he's like, nah, fear women. Women are like this. And then our version will be men are scum and stuff like that. No, 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 no. It's not true. Please, let us set boundaries. If you realize that this avoidant, he said that he doesn't want anything with you. He says he's not looking for a relationship. He says he doesn't want any title. He says he doesn't want to get married. He said he doesn't want to have kids. Or she said these things. Deprioritize the person. You can see that the person is putting so much space in between you guys. Secure people deprioritize the person. And if you guys are not in a committed relationship yet, you do not make that person your priority when you're just one of the options to them. No, you go date other people. This is what secure people do. They do not make one person their priority or put one person on a pedestal when that person clearly does not want a relationship or does not want them, or does not want marriage when they know that they're looking for marriage. No, that's not what secure people do. And now the last thing is that secure people leave if they have to. If the person says, I don't want this with you anymore, a secure person is not going to take that as a clue to prove their worthiness to the person. No, they're not going to try harder. Oh, you know what? If I buy her 10 more shoes, she will say yes. I'm sure she will say yes. Nah. Or if I cook him 10 more meals, he will say yes. He will say, please be my girlfriend, or please be my wife. You go on your knee and propose. No, it's not a clue to go and pray and say, God, please turn this person's heart around. No, secure people leave. One of the things I loved learning about secure people is that they do not stay on the dating markets for long. They're usually one of the first people to go, be taking off the dating market. And even when they break up with their person and they come back, they usually don't stay for too long. Many years, and they're still on the dating scene. Nope, they're taking right off again. Unless, of course, they decided to take some time to set up their finances or some other aspects of their lives, then maybe they'll stay on the dating scene for a while. But even that, they're not really there, you know, because they're not actually looking for a relationship. But if they're looking for a relationship, they're usually one of the first people to go. Why is that? Because they do not hang around people who do not want relationships, trying to convince them and beg them and cry for them to accept them or cry for them to give them a chance. No, if they realize that this person's a little too distant, this person's not really investing, they just respect themselves and withdraw. Respect themselves and bounce. Respect themselves and bounce until they find that person who wants the same thing that they want as well. Kindly do not overstay with time wasters. Now you can watch this video where I talk about 4 reasons why the avoidant ex comes back and what to do. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. You're worthy and you're dearly loved. Mwah.